Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you 4 different ways to use your volume pedal. Hey guys, Matt here, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So in this video I'm going to show you 4 different positions in which you can place your volume pedal within your guitar signal chain to achieve different results. So 2 really common effects used within a guitar rig are overdrive and time-based effects like reverb and delay. And where you position your volume pedal in relation to those effects will make a big difference to how your volume pedal interacts with your sound within your rig. For today's video I'm going to be using both reverb and delay along with my Angry Charlie and also my Victory V30 amplifier. So let's get into it with option number 1. Okay, so to start with, we've got probably the most common way to position a volume pedal, which is at the start of the signal chain before the overdrive and the time-based effects. And when we have the volume in this position, we have the trails of the reverbs and delays continuing on after we drop the volume pedal out. And the way it reacts with the overdrive is very similar to how your volume pot on your guitar reacts when running into an overdrive. Not only do you get less volume, but you also lose some of the gain part of the sound as you move the volume pedal back towards the hill position because you're sending less signal into the front of the overdrive. And as you increase the volume, not only do you get louder, but you also get more of the gain from the overdrive pedal as a result of sending more of your guitar's signal into the front of it. So let's hear the volume pedal with just the time-based effects. So there we can hear the trails continue after I've dipped out the volume back to the hill position. So now if we engage the overdrive, we'll still get those trails continue, but now we'll get the increase in gain as we bring that volume pedal in. So this is option number 1 with the volume pedal before the gain and the time-based effects. So let's move on to option number 2. Okay, so for option number 2, I've moved the volume pedal after the overdrive. So in this position, we still get the trails of the time-based effects, but the way the volume now works with the overdrive is different to before. What we now get is a volume swell, but with all the gain available from the heel to the toe position, because we're already sending the full guitar signal into the overdrive, and then from there, that full gain signal is going into the volume pedal. So now the volume pedal is acting as like a master volume for your overdrive. So this position is really useful if you want to use the volume pedal as a sort of master volume for your overdrive, but still have the trails of the time-based effects continuing on after you dip out the volume. But also great if you want to create volume swells with all the gain already there, right from the heel position all the way to the toe position. Right, let's move on to option number 3. Okay, so for option number 3, I've moved the volume pedal to after the time-based effects. Now the result here will be similar to the previous position where we get all the gain straight away. However, we no longer get the trails of the time-based effects when we drop out the volume pedal. So again, a bit like the previous position, the volume pedal is now acting as a master volume, but without the trails continuing after dipping out. This could be great if you need to mute your rig after a song quickly and not have the trails, or just so you have a master volume at your feet, rather than having to jump back to your amplifier, perhaps when you're doing a performance on stage and you just need to tweak your volume a little bit. Okay, so let's move on to option number 4. Now, if you're like me and you like to use your amp overdrive, then you may like this option. This is actually how I run the volume pedal in my own rig. For this option, I've hooked up the volume pedal and the time-based effects in the effects loop of my amplifier. What this allows me to do is use the amp overdrive in the same way to the setup I had for option number 2, with the volume pedal positioned after the overdrive and before the time-based effects. So I can still use the volume pedal as a master volume, but still have the trails of the reverbs and delays continuing on after I drop out the volume pedal back into the heel position. If you use your amp overdrive with your delays and reverbs in the loop like this, but you want your volume pedal before your overdrive, then you just simply need to move your volume at the start of your chain like we did in option number 1 rather than in the loop. If you want to have the volume after the time-based effects like we did in option number 3, then all you simply need to do is just move the volume to after your time-based effects when you're running it in the loop. So there are those two other options within using the effects effects loop of your amp. Well, there we have it, 4 different ways in which you can use your volume pedal within your guitar rig. I hope you found this video useful and maybe it's inspired you to try some things out for yourself. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you hit the bell icon, then you'll receive notifications on all my future videos. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Matt Mallory and I'll see you in the next video.